Hello and welcome from Create and Fly. Something completely different today and something totally random. Probably the first time this has ever been on YouTube, to be honest. But I'm going to share it anyway. So I basically got this EasyJet A321neo G-UZMB from Panda. And it came without antennas, the back and the front underneath. Managed to pick this up cheaper because of that fault. So I decided to make use of a donor model. I'm just turning it over there. You can see that there are actually antennas missing from the bottom as well. So actually making use of this donor model, which is Phoenix Aeromexico Boeing 737-800, and this does have the antennas on, but it obviously came broken. It didn't have landing gear on the front. One of the landing gears is missing on the back. I will actually still use this, and I'll probably add gear on. I've got spare gear that I do have, but for the purpose of this I am going to remove the antennas off this model because I'd rather have them on the EasyJet. Now, as you can see, it's quite a tricky process. You need a bit of a fine hand and a pair of tweezers and a bit of power in your fingers as well, just to kind of prise them out of the holes that they're in there. They're not actually glued in, they're actually just pinned in there inside tiny little holes that are obviously made in the factory. I do feel sorry for the factory workers who actually have to physically put these in, but I'm sure there's probably a machine that may do that. So we have the antenna that's come out of the Aeromexico. It's very, very fiddly. So if you've got a good eyesight and a good steady hand, you should be okay doing this. So obviously the holes are already there in the EasyJet A321, and it's just a case of popping them inside, making sure that they slot in place. Now, I did have a bit of an issue here that I thought that front one did look a bit too large. I assume that all these antennas were the same height and length, but I don't think they actually are. But if you actually, I've actually worked out that if you actually push them a bit further, they do actually go down a bit deeper. So you can make them less raised and a bit too oversized than what they need to be. So I'm happy with that. Still a bit too high, I think. I think it kind of needs to be pushed down a little bit further. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, happy with that so far. If we should kind of have another look now, what I've done now is I've changed the angle of it slightly, because when I put it in, it slightly went on the wrong angle. So I've kind of just made sure that I've made it so it's pointing forwards and at the right angle. Okay, I think that's starting to look a bit better now. Bringing the EasyJet back to life. So there we have it. I'm happy with what I've done there. I've actually put some underneath as well. So I've got two on the top, one underneath. There was one at the far end by the tail, but I actually put that in too far deep, so it's actually got wedged in there. But I'm okay with that. I hope that was useful. Probably not, but I thought I'd share it anyway. If you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a like, and I'll see you again soon on the next video.